Oh, happy Wednesday. Exciting news is after 6 long freaking months, Mars is finally leaving Aries, which that is a really long time for Mars to be in any one sign. And obviously, as we're looking at 2020, Mars definitely in Aries contributed to that mess, especially since June. So I want to start by talking a little bit about what happened during Mars and Aries, and then we're going to talk about how it shifts into Mars and Taurus. So Mars and Aries was here to wake everyone up, going, oh my gosh, how do I have fun at home? What actually makes me feel good? What do I desire? And how am I not taking action on that? So anytime we have a Mars transit, it is about waking up to what are you going to do about it? Even if it scares the poop out of you, what are you going to do about it? So what happened as we went through this since June is people had this big urge. They're like, oh my gosh, I have this big dream. I have this big goal. I have this thing that I really want to do. Whether it was like not being able to travel and then going, you know what? Whenever I can travel, I'm so done with putting it off, going, I'm going to go through Europe one day, or whatever it is inside of you that just woke up and started screaming at you. Like, we have to do something about this. There's no other option than to go back. And I have to put it in there as well. There is fear in this. It is not a like, oh my gosh, I have to go do that. And I don't have any fears or any kind of hesitation around it. It's very much a, I'm so alive by this, but it scares me a little bit. And so this whole 6 months was there for the awakening of it. Think of it like a fire that's just getting started, Ugh, it's really exciting. It kind of feels like it's there. It's not really making you warm yet. And you feel like a hard breeze could come and just poof, snuff it out. And so what's happened, especially over the past month, is that, or since December 21st in the conjunction is like, was that real? Were those things that I had, those feelings that I had, were they actually real? Or am I supposed to be doing this? Or do I need to just let it go? And the reality is you're supposed to start taking action on it. Those things did not come alive in you for you to stuff them back down and put them off for another decade or never do them at all. Okay. I'm going to be my Scorpio self here. The number one thing people regret on their deathbed is what they didn't do. So that thing that came alive in you is there for a reason. It is there for you to feed it. It is there for you to take risks. It is there for you to be courageous and step up to it. So what's happened is as we're shifting into this Mars and Taurus, which happens at 5:02 today, Eastern time, and it's going to be in there until March. So we have a couple months here, is now it's time to feed that fire. Hi, Michelle. Hello, hello. So what happens is it's time for you to start taking action. Whereas before it was kind of like blurting something out, like thinking of it if you're it was in your partnership section, like letting things build up, build up, build up, build up, build up until finally you just lose it. And you're like, by the way, I'm so done with this. And, and now Mars and Taurus is like, okay, we've had the already spouting truth. Yes. So whereas that Mars and Taurus would be like the outburst of going, Houston, we have a problem. Mars and Taurus is like, okay, we have a problem and I'm going to keep putting up boundaries. Say you had that outburst or, you finally got had it up to here with your partner and you guys agreed upon it. They're going to do the dishes more. They're going to show up emotionally more, whatever that looked like. Mars and Taurus is you holding strong on that boundaries. This also goes with it was you building your business. You building your business and going, okay, well, I know I have to talk. I know I have to get out there. So, before Mars and Aries might be like, oh, I'm going to try something. I'm going to put something out there. Whew, that felt like a stretch. And Mars and Taurus is going, keep stretching. Keep showing up day after day. Keep doing the dang thing. It is slow and steady and plodding along. And the biggest thing here is one of the things that you said that Reza started the dishes. Oh, that's so funny. So one of the first things here is we've gone through two of the most complex, or we've already gone through 2 out of 3 of this aspect. It's Mars square Saturn. And we've kind of been playing in that as well since, I don't remember the exact date that it first came in. But what it is Mars square Saturn is, I want to do this new thing. I'm so excited about it. Oh my gosh, I'm ready for it to be real right now. And then square Saturn's like, but it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take devotion. It's going to mean you having to stretch out of your comfort zone, turn off Netflix, and do it. It's going to make you have to show up for the confrontation, having to show up when you're uncomfortable, having to show up when you don't feel like it. And then Mars is like, I want it now. And so we're going through that one more time as we're hitting in Taurus. So more than ever, and I got to click off here to check on the dates. It's January 13th. So it's next week. More than ever, this week is about you doing it. It's about you doing and it doesn't have to be huge. Just show up. Just be consistent. Like, you don't even have to be happy about it. Think this is the sign of the bull. Think about a bull plodding through a field. Like, it's not fast. You're there all day. It's not fun. Do it anyways, because then you get to have the reward. Okay? Then you get to have the reward. Then the last piece, well, not the last piece, another piece that I want to talk about is in January 20th, Mars conjuncts Uranus. Okay, so we have the go, go, go. I know what I want. I'm so excited. I have this desire. Oh, this feels really good. And it conjuncts Uranus, which is rapid, massive change. So everything that you're trying to think of, like, screw your resolutions from January 1st. You know what you need to change to get where you want to be. It's no secret. You've put it on your list 20 times. You think about it when you're falling asleep at night. You've written down a plan, downloaded an app, promise that next Monday is when you do it. January 20th, commit to it, okay? And of course, a week either side, you can really roll with it. So start thinking about what changes you want to make, because this is the most prime opportunity to create change in places where you've been stuck for a long freaking time. Like thinking about those habits that we have, they're like solid earth. We're just grounded in them for so long. They're our comfortable thing. And Uranus gets to come through and just, whoo, like an earthquake, just whoo, breaking them up. Really exciting. So, and of course, if you're in my newsletter, I will remind you of all of this as well. Then we have Mars square Jupiter, which is, again, if you really want something, you really want that expansion, show up for it. That's January 23rd. You cannot grow if you're hiding. You cannot grow and stretch your capacity and your abundance and your ability to achieve your dreams if you're not showing up every day. And when I say every day, I don't mean like never take a day off kind of crap. I mean, like, in general, don't let weeks go by where you're down and out and not showing up for the changes that you want to make in your life. All right. And then in February, we don't have as much going on with it. The bigger pieces in February with Mars in Taurus is you getting to get really excited about what this means for your dreams. This is where you get to go like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm seeing just little bits of success. How big can I go with this? How can this shift my life in the long term? It's really about doubling back down into your vision and getting really clear on how transformational this can be if you stick with it, right? That is the big thing with this Mars and Taurus is, are you going to stick with it? Because if you do, you can reap massive, massive rewards. Not overnight, absolutely, but you will start seeing consistent success by that point, or consistent little pieces to keep you going. And then that's the most of Mars and Taurus, is being able to transform your dreams, being able to go, okay, you know what? I want this bad enough that I'm going to show up every day and be slightly more uncomfortable to get the job done. And, when I'm saying that, it's like, I would much rather be watching Netflix right now, if I'm honest. I hear that Bridgerton show or whatever is really cool. But, we all have things we would so much rather be doing than showing up for our dreams, if we're honest. Because what feels good right now feels better right now than actually showing up and stretching yourself and getting you where you need to go. So, comments. Saturn is the practical yang to the Mars yin. Yeah. I mean, Hello, Deb. You cannot grow if you're hiding. Yeah, for sure. You just can't. It just doesn't happen. Growth is uncomfortable. Growing babies, raising children, plants busting out of if you've ever seen a plant grow, it's like a little tiny thing. It's got to move rocks out of the way. It's got to grow down while it grows up. It's uncomfortable. Boom. I love it. All right. So The other thing with this is if you have had that thing awakening in you and you've had that dream, and then you know what happens when we have that is we have this conversation like, was that really a real thing that happened? No, probably not. I need to do X, Y, and Z, and it probably won't happen for me, and I probably won't get through with it again. And, am I just fooling myself and telling myself what I don't know why my hands are going like this, but we're just going to keep it up. you know, am I just telling myself what I want to hear, right? Or is this something deeper? Because what's been awakening in 2020 is not as much it's not as much how do I put that? Surface level success, right? I mean, sure, that's there, but what happened when we came through 2020, we had to drudge through all the underneath stuff. It's like authentically happy. It's not like the sports car and the dream job and the I'm going to get to this place in my business. It's like, I have things like I feel really purposeful. I feel like I have a reason to be here. I'm really lit up like this. It feels sacred. It feels like more than just like, oh, I just want all the things, right? And so one of the reasons why astrology is so amazing is because you can see what you're made for. And it cuts down, like if you're thinking about it like a maze, like you've seen like the little maze puzzles that you have to go through, right? When you're in the maze, you find out the roadblocks by running into the walls and finding the dead ends, right? Whereas with astrology, you can see it from the bird's eye view. So you can already see which ways are going to get you closer to your goal, which is beautiful. So I see Candace has already put in her birth chart information. So I'm going to start doing chart readings. If you're catching this on Instagram, I do chart readings in my Facebook group, The Wise Woman Collective, and I actually put my eyeballs on your chart. And then I also have sessions open booking in February. So especially I love working with entrepreneurs. I love working with high achieving folks. And I love working with people who are just waking up and they're starting to figure out what the heck do they want to do? What are they here to do? And how to turn that into a gift that makes them money or at least aligns better and they feel more fulfilled in their day-to-day lives. So you can book with me at CaseyDenae.com. Also link in bio. All right. So now I'm going to hop into chart readings.
Thank you so much for joining me for Mars in Taurus. Be sure to join me on Instagram at CaseyDenae or over on Facebook in the Wise Woman Collective Facebook group where I do live mini chart readings. My next one is this Thursday, but I do them several times a week and we dig into your chart and how the transits are happening for you. Thank you so much for joining me and have a wonderful day.